Integrating values and integrity standards.
One of the most important elements of an integrity management program is the anchoring of an organization's values and standards in the performance management and remuneration system. The reason is that reward-driven systems are the most effective mechanisms for influencing individual behaviors. To be clear, incentives and rewards do not only refer to monetary or material incentives or rewards. Individual managerial motivation can be fostered by a multitude of different factors. Incentive schemes should be adapted to the needs and preferences of individuals and could include non-monetary rewards such as, for example, sabbaticals, training or development, or other recognitions. In some countries, such as in China, these rewards are highly valued since access to knowledge and training is not readily available outside firms. The recent global financial crisis has shown very clearly that one of the most crucial drivers for big integrity risks is not the fact that a few employees behave notoriously unethical, bad apples. In fact, this kind of crisis is being fueled through systems that measure employees only along one parameter, meeting business objectives without considering whether these objectives could or do cause a conflict with ethical standards and whether the set objectives have been met in line with the values and ethical principles of the company. We call these systems bad trees. An example is the case of Jérôme Kerviel, a French trader who was at the center of the 2008 Société Générale trading and breach of trust incident. Société Générale is a major Paris-based bank and financial services firm. Kerviel's practices have allegedly caused a €4.9 billion loss to investors. In a statement, he alluded that Société Générale's senior management had never shown interest in his specific business methods, but that they were very happy with the results of his work. 51. It seems logical for firms to establish and use a two-dimensional performance measurement and incentive structure that evaluates both whether an employee has met his business objectives, what to achieve, and whether he or she has achieved the objectives in line with the pertinent values and ethical standards, how to achieve. This two-dimensional approach is of importance because ethical behavior will not be achieved by cutting or capping incentives or bonuses at the upper end, or because a positive correlation between performance and reward is a crucial element of economic order. Conceptualize this as a two-dimensional matrix that evaluates on the vertical axis performance along dimensions related to fulfillment of the business objectives and on the horizontal axis performance along dimensions related to values and behaviors. The critical motivation is to systemically assure and safeguard that business objectives are met in line with the integrity standards and that these in combination determine rewards. Such a model fosters and institutionalizes an ongoing dialogue about the values adequacy of business objectives. In other words, it evaluates whether the agreed objectives are compatible with the ethical standards of a company. The two dimensions described appear to be adequate in the governance of risks, in reducing bonus excesses, and to satisfy expectations of society with regard to the ethical behavior of companies. Research has shown that the effective implementation and application of such an incentive system as part of an integrity and compliance program is the most important indicator of its credibility, its effectiveness, and of the capabilities of ethically oriented management. Furthermore, it bears potential for innovation and differentiation as it forces management and employees to challenge common assumptions about the appropriateness of objectives and the way business is being executed.